And then we have an envelope that comes my way to read what we will discuss today. So the question is, what's it like working at Abyss?
Okay, that's tricky.
Yeah.
Is it?
Kinda. I don't know.
We're not digging ditches here, so that's a good thing.
Sometimes though. There was that one
Actually,
time.
yeah, we did that one time.
Did we? Oh, that's
Yeah,
true.
yeah.
But we got a really cool machine. And
Yeah.
we let Keith deal with it.
Yeah.
Keith,
Well, I was digging a ditch too.
well, we were all back
a
there.
little bit of digging ditches.
Yeah, we were kind of pointing more than anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I was digging.
We should have got a bigger machine.
Yeah.
Next,
It would
note
be
to
good.
self.
Yeah,
when you
yeah,
want
it
to
was
make
just
the big
enough.
150 foot long ditch, get a big machine.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, we barely cut that after 5-6 hours.
Yeah, it looked like it was going to do it, but then it was like really struggling.
Yeah, it was having
Turns out it's
problems.
really hard to move dirt.
Yeah.
It's actually
Shocking.
surprisingly
It's a lot
hard.
of dirt and you got to move it.
Yeah.
Well, you're used to seeing like those big excavators
Right,
and stuff.
right.
They don't have any trouble with it.
Yeah, those you can't rent either, so like,
No.
not that big. But
Yeah, no.
I don't know if we could have got a bigger one. I probably couldn't have pulled it with the Jeep
Probably not.
That's probably the
legally.
problem.
This is a little off topic.
Yeah.
Anyway, where
Yeah.
were we?
Sometimes we dig ditches.
That's-
Sometimes
we did that- we did
okay,
that
yeah,
once.
there we go. We have
Yeah.
dug a ditch.
Other than
in the
that-
back.
Yeah. So occasional ditch.
I think we have a bit of an unusual perspective on this matter because compared to other employers, Abyss happens to be quite different, which I suppose outwardly wouldn't be terribly crazy to say, but pretty much all the employees here are somewhat passionate, at least, right?
Yeah.
We don't have a lot of people that are mopey and grumpy. And,
It helps that
hate being here.
five of us are all from the same family.
Well,
Right.
yeah.
That's a part of the reason, I
And
guess.
then like two other guys have worked with us for
Long
15
time.
years
Yeah.
more.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
and all the
DM
newer hires, they're all
like DMS.
pretty
Yeah, yeah.
passionate about it. Yeah.
He's into it hardcore. Douglas.
Yes.
Right, Douglas? And but yeah, so yeah, really, it's true. It helps. We're all
It's a
doing
different
it.
experience.
We're doing it for the. We do it. We don't only do it to make a living. We do it for the cause of high performance audio. Listening to music, fun. That's the fun part.
Well, we're not doing that all day.
Not all
Well,
day,
actually, we're not
no.
doing that like any part during the day.
No, we got tunes playing in the shop,
Yeah,
but you know. But yeah, I hear you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually,
Yeah.
I purposely don't play music in my office because I want to hear what's going on.
Oh.
Not that it matters, but I'd
Yeah.
like to. If I just like to, for some reason, usually like I normally would have music on any time I'm in the car or whatever, but at work, in my office, I don't know why. I guess
you
tried
don't.
it.
You have done it.
Yeah,
But it's rare.
Yeah, I think probably because I keep getting interrupted anyway.
Yeah.
and I got to keep turning it down.
Yeah, that's probably
So at
it.
some point, I'm like, oh, screw it. You know, it's not as enjoyable. I got work to do anyway.
I put headphones in my office,
Yeah.
which that's a recent invention.
Yeah, that is
Oh,
new. Yeah. It does
Yeah.
have.
It seems like I would imagine most people would expect that would have been a thing for 20 years now, but
You would
no,
think.
that just recently happened.
Yeah.
Turns out it's a real problem though, because people come in and interrupt me a lot.
Now you know what I mean.
So it's
Yeah.
kind of a problem.
Yeah.
You can't really do it. Doesn't
No.
really work.
It's like you can't even get through a song without getting somebody asking something.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, it's the same
Lucky.
thing.
I had it on headphones all day.
Yeah, right. He does wear
Yeah,
headphones all day.
yeah. Douglas gets to wear the headphones all
But
day.
Yeah.
that's why you asked, like in the shop.
It makes it look like he's doing something that way.
Well,
In the shop, you used to ask. It's like, oh, why is this so quiet with the music? And it's because otherwise you can't hear anything. Like
Yeah.
anybody saying anything. It's like
Yeah, right.
it has to be surprisingly quiet.
Yeah.
Otherwise, someone's saying something over there. I don't know what they're saying.
Yeah, especially because if you sit closer to the speakers,
That's the other problem,
You're kind
yeah.
of screwed.
Yeah, I'm moving
And
all
the
over
other
the
guy's
place,
30
so.
feet away at
Yeah,
the other
that's
end of
the
the
problem.
shop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think there's a lot of things that happen here that are very untraditional compared to other businesses or other places of employment. But conveying that's a really challenging thing. It's not something I really think about what the differences are.
Well, we're pretty laid back here.
Yeah, for
I
the
mean,
most part.
You know, no one's really cracking whips like some
Yeah.
places where you're expected to produce X quantities per day, otherwise leave. You know, we don't play that kind of game. We're all after quality, and we realize that whatever it takes to reach that goal, right? I mean,
Well, I guess this is more of a DMS kind of question, really, because he probably had a a thought of what he thought it was going to be like before he came here.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
actually,
true.
that's a better option.
Yeah, you know?
Why don't we get him on here and have him tell us?
Yeah.
And then when he actually figured it out, what it actually turned out to be.
Yeah, I remember him commenting to me once about it.
Yeah, he did say something.
A few weeks in or a month in or so, he says, "I just wasn't expected at all." Whatever that means.
Because I already knew what he was going to be
Maybe
doing.
Douglas should step in here and
Yeah,
talk
we could drag
about it.
another chair in.
We do have a chair.
So Douglas joined us. So now we could get an outsider perspective of what it's like to work at.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that might be
at Abyss.
advantageous.
Yeah,
I don't know where to start with this.
you were pretty nervous when you first.
Yeah, so
got
what were
here.
the
Yeah,
differences?
obviously I've worked
Which is
other places
obviously
in my
why.
life.
It was a big,
Right.
big switch.
He's
Yeah.
had other jobs.
Yeah, 750 mile, that first kind of commute up
Yeah,
here.
yeah.
So
New
yeah, a little
town,
bit, yeah, longer than your normal sit in traffic.
New apartment.
I had been up here one day, ever in Buffalo, before moving up here, and I saw this place for like half of a day or something. While we did like a little shoot. But actually coming up here and experiencing it, things are a lot more laid back than I could have expected. Like everyone just kind of like, you guys get things done as they need to be done, but not like crazy crunch down all the time. Like it's not like looking at a graph all day or numbers on a spreadsheet. This is the day. There's X amount of days or X amount of hours in a day where things are going to be like really effectively done. And there's like parts of the days where you're like working on new ideas. There's parts of the days where it's like you're just doing something, I guess kind of busy. Like, I'll go
Yeah,
back
we
there and
kinda-
work on
we roll
drivers
between
sometimes.
stuff all the time.
Yeah.
It's pretty random, actually speaking. The only thing that isn't random is we're trying to get orders out the door before UPS shows up at 4:30 or so.
Yeah.
But that can happen anytime during the day, really. But it
Yeah.
tends to happen at 4:30 mostly.
It does.
Yeah, for
It's,
some reason.
This is a good way to put it. It's not like you go into a building and you sit down and do the same thing every day. I'm not, going back there and pulling a lever for 8 hours, making a driver or something
Yeah,
like
that
that.
would suck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go in and it's like some days you work on this, some days you work on this, some days you work on this, and there's always something different happening.
Yep.
And things never feel rushed. There's always a focus on, well, how can we do this in a way that's going to come out as good as possible for the final product, even if it means taking longer doing it.
Yeah. I think we probably started doing that. We probably learned to do that on purpose, where we mix up a day,
Yeah.
for our own sanity.
Well, if you look at how we do things compared to a lot of other manufacturers, we don't really have the volume for one guy to make one part all day, every day. You would have a million parts, right? So we make a lot of the stuff in-house, which is very unusual for somebody of our size to do.
Right.
So it pretty much just means that a lot of us are making 20, 30 different types of things.
That's
Yeah.
true.
And so, some days you do 3 different things, other days you do 10 things, some days you might only do one.
Right.
Just depends on what you really need.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
we make a lot of different stuff, and we got a lot of different people doing different stuff.
And
Yeah.
certainly, there's not many days that I could think of where we do nothing. Otherwise, you wouldn't even be here.
Yeah.
If you're here, you're doing something.
Pretty much.
It's just a
There's always
question of
something
what,
going on.
and there's
Yeah.
always something to do. That's with a small company like ours. There is always something to do, and we kind of overlap a little bit. We can share tasks for
Yeah.
some stuff.
Well, we're trying to get
You know.
more of that
Yeah.
as time goes on.
Yeah, it's helpful.
But I guess since he's got here, on our end, it's changed because now we're doing this. So now we got to factor in this
Yeah, right.
into the schedule.
This is added to our weekly schedule.
And everybody
Yep.
needs to
Yeah.
be in at the same time, obviously.
That's the hardest part,
That's
actually.
the- yeah,
Yeah.
everybody
For
together.
us.
Rounding you guys all up.
Yeah, 'cause
you get two of
everybody's
you in the
all-
room,
Yeah.
and then somebody leaves and somebody comes in and I'm like, ugh.
In fact, that's true. How funny that is, because we're just so
Everybody's doing their own
randomly
thing.
oriented during
Yeah.
the day, doing our own thing, and
To
then
get
just
everybody
trying to
together.
combine us to do one thing together. It's like, oh my
Right.
God, I got to do this. Still, I got to do that.
Yep.
Yeah, well, yeah, every time at the end of these, it's like, all right, now I got to go finish this before
Yeah,
the
really.
UPS comes.
This
Yeah.
is the one consistent thing that happens like every week that we can plan on. It's like, all right,
Yeah.
Tuesdays we're going to be recording some videos.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is something I'll say.
Well, we
Having-
try to do for Tuesdays.
Try.
Right.
Yeah.
We do our best.
Sometimes it doesn't happen.
Yeah.
But,
Compared to everywhere else I've worked, even when I was working at home making videos for a long time, independently, the approach you guys take to a lot of things, I don't feel like there's like always somebody breathing down my neck or like a lot of pressure involved and stuff like that. You guys make things feel very, I don't want to say relax is the right word, but it's more like do things in a way that is comfortable, that's going to be productive, that's going to be, I guess, healthy is the way to put it.
Yeah.
Like, I find myself wanting to come into work. I don't
Right.
think like, oh God, it's Monday, I have to go into work.
I
I'm
hear
like,
ya.
Yeah.
oh, it's Monday, I get to go into work, you
Right.
know?
I
It's
hear
like,
ya.
it's not a nightmare. I don't dread it because I feel like I actually work in a healthy work environment. It's like, oh, I want to
Yeah.
get up and make a cup of coffee. I can get up and make a cup of coffee and somebody's not going to be like, hey, what are you doing?
Yeah. See, at my age, I still dread Mondays. I don't even know why.
Oh.
I think it's force of habit.
Yeah, well, long time of dreading Mondays.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. But the reality of it is, it's not like, I actually enjoy it too. I mean, we set up, we think about it, we set up this brand new facility, 4 years ago or so. We moved into here, this 10,000 square foot facility. And
Oh, it's going to be
4
five.
years?
Five
Almost 5 years?
the next month.
Yeah, or
Something
maybe.
like that.
Oh, yeah, was it 5? Yeah.
Yeah, I think
5
so.
years. Jesus. And, we did it up like, the idea of designing this place was like to make it like a home.
Yeah.
I mean, we got hardwood floors, and we got a kitchen, and we got a patio outside with a grill for the summer, and a picnic table, and, windows everywhere, big, huge, freaking beautiful. You could look out at the space out there. We got land around us. We're not in an industrial zone, really. We got space. So when you think about it, it's, it's a nice place. It's a nice place to work. It's not like you're going to some damn tunnel underground and digging ditches. So, it's
Yeah.
kind of cool in that respect because
This
it
is
is.
the only room without windows.
That's
Yeah,
right.
yeah,
But I mean,
yeah.
I'm not trapped in here all the time. You guys let
Yeah.
me go back and work on other stuff
Yeah,
sometimes too.
I purposely designed this what was our sound room to not have windows because I didn't want them to look inside and think, oh, I want to bust in and steal us
Right.
or something like that.
and now we have all the
for-
film gear in here.
Yeah, right, and for acoustics too.
Mhm. Yeah.
Glass is a pain in the ass, so we're here. This room is completely, it's pretty quiet.
Yeah.
It's designed to be for music, so it works really well for us now we're a video studio in here instead of music.
Yeah.
So
There's a lot going on. We got the green screen over there, and this set, and then the
And
couch
set over
set over there, and then I'm editing over there, and
Yeah.
it's all.
Yeah, there's 3 sets here, plus the editing, with
Yeah.
the monster PC over there.
Worked out pretty well, though, all things considered.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We should
Considering
tour
it
through
wasn't
this
a
space
plan.
eventually. That'd be interesting.
Little tour.
Yeah, we could do that.
Yeah.
Show
Yeah,
people
well-
how we make these episodes.
People pop that in the comments below if they'd like to see
behind
that.
the
Yeah.
scenes.
Yeah, all you need is 700 square feet, and you too can have a YouTube studio.
Yeah.
Well, you could do it with a lot less.
I was just saying, I
That's
made it
true.
work in a bedroom
Yeah, you
for a
could do it
few
with a
years,
lot.
but this
Yeah.
is a lot more efficient.
Yeah, there's right. Everything's set up to go. right?
Yeah.
Other than moving some cameras around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I would agree though when you're saying like kind of make it feel like home.
Yeah.
Like it very much is kind of like that. Like I come in and I feel comfortable. I don't feel like I'm like going into a workspace where I have to dress or act a certain way.
Absolutely.
I just come in and I feel like I can act the exact same way here that I do at home.
Yep.
And that's that.
Yeah, right.
So
Yeah,
no,
we're
it's kick ass.
Yeah.
It's a good time.
It's awesome.
I don't feel like it doesn't feel like a job. It feels like I'm just taking skills that I have that I would be using and applying them to something I enjoy doing.
That's all we needed.
Yeah.
That's all we were looking for, and yeah, it's great. So I'm glad you appreciate it.
I imagine
I
it's
know
a
we
similar
do.
experience for you guys.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
kind of more used to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we've been doing the same
Well,
thing.
it's kind of
for a
like the
long
same
time.
as being home is here.
Yeah. Right.
Like I could sleep here. I wouldn't think nothing of it. You know what I mean? Well, okay, maybe a little. Maybe
Yeah, you-
waking up would be a.
It would be
bitch.
weird. Where am I?
I don't have my normal
Yeah.
coffee maker. and
Yeah, your
stuff.
cats aren't here.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
cats. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, they would miss me actually. So, yeah. So okay.
Your
we'll
cat
do
was
the
here
same.
last week.
Yes.
Yeah. She visits once in a while.
Once in a
she
while.
freaking hates it.
Yeah, she doesn't like
My cats hate it too. They don't like it. They don't like coming here.
I think my dog would break something with her tail.
Yes.
Yeah, their cats don't travel well typically. Some do,
Some
but not
do.
ours.
No.
But no. Anyway, yeah.
I don't know, in summary, it's really more like a family-oriented, home-like atmosphere, I guess you would say,
Yeah.
which that's a bit strange because we have a handful of employees that are not family, but we either talk to them enough, we know them well enough, or
They're like
they were
family.
here long enough. It's pretty much like they're like family, right?
Right.
So it's pretty much like going to a family event where you have a
Yeah.
functional
Every day.
family.
Right. Yeah. Right. Right.
And you're capable, willing to talk to everyone. There's really nobody has any problems talking to anyone.
Yeah.
We don't
Could say anything to anybody.
say anything you
Yeah.
want to anyone, right? It's
Everybody kind of
whatever you wanna
pokes
do.
fun at one another all day.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of that. Yeah.
Yeah. Some get more poking than
Some
others.
get more
Yeah.
poking than others.
Yeah.
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 Well, I mean, some people are asking
Well,
for
you
it.
got to
so-
learn to be a little
Uh-huh.
thick-skinned around there. You can't be just a pansy. You know, it's like
Okay.
Right.
Well, yeah.
Yes.
yeah, we don't really. That's the purpose of it. I think, right? Is to everyone's got to be well broken in around here.
I think everyone's more well mannered on the show
Oh,
than
yeah.
not on the show.
Oh, yeah.
I think
We've
that should
learned
be
to
pretty
be.
obvious.
Yeah.
I recall doing a lot more swearing when we first started this, but yeah.
There was a lot of
God damn it, George, swear. But, but we don't really do much of that anymore because there's just no need. And, you don't need to turn people off that are sensitive to such things. Even though there is some swearing that goes on around here from time to time. Shop talk and all that.
Yeah.
It is what it
Yeah.
is, which we're not as bad as like probably an automotive repair center or something.
Oh yeah.
I bet they're MFing everything all day long, you know.
Yeah.
Hitting themselves with tools and shit. So.
We do have problems from time to time, though. And by that I mean very frequently we have problems with assorted manufacturing tasks. So it's not like it's all rosy, but
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
you know, things get solved.
Yeah, we gotta get
figure
serious
them out.
sometimes,
There's
yeah.
plenty of times that there's a lot of issues, and it's a really daunting task to fix it.
Yeah.
But yeah, so far there hasn't been anything that's been too tragic. So
No.
Yeah, usually it's like a tool breakage in the back. I could hear it in the front. I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
something broke back there.
CNC's
Yeah.
making weird noises. Shit.
Don't want that.
Hit the red button
Yeah.
now.
yeah,
Yeah, that could seriously damage stuff if something goes wrong back there. And so you got to.
Yeah.
That's the other reason we can't really have loud music because we got to have a. If
Yeah.
if for some reason Keith's not back there at the moment, he's got to be able to hear. He's got to
Yeah.
have a clear path to hear the machine. Same
Well,
with
he's usually
you.
there.
You can hear those machines running from your office almost, right?
yeah.
Which is almost 200 feet away. And yeah, that's one of the reasons we tend to keep a clear path so that if one of us catches something going, what the hell is that?
I've heard a few of those.
You know, yeah.
And that's always concerning.
Yeah.
You know what it is? It's that we're not a chain. There's no corporate.
Well, sure.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I think that's
I
one of the
hate
big
corporate.
things. Yeah.
I really do. The structure is just inefficient and wrong.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
a big problem for me.
Yeah, I don't like that style at all.
We talked about this before, but I think that encompasses more things than people realize. We have pretty much absolute control, and that really covers more or less everyone. Everyone that does a job, they have considerable control over the thing they're doing because they're the ones that's expected to get the task done. Nobody tells you really how to do it. They just tell you this is what we need done.
Right.
You figure out how to do it. And so when you're editing videos, nobody's like, hey, you're editing that stupid.
Right.
Do it
Well,
different.
maybe sometimes.
Oh,
Yeah.
sometimes. For the most part,
I feel like
generally.
you guys give me like a lot of creative control. Though. Like,
Yeah.
I came in
Yeah.
here and was like, okay, I want to shoot it this way, and drift from these angles, and like you guys give me feedback. You'll be like, hey, like this episode looked different. This one looked different. I like
Yeah.
this one more. But for the most part, it's just like I come in here, I do things how I think it should be done.
Right.
And
Yeah.
you know, like the other day, you were like, hey, can you take some photos of this?
Yep.
You know, just whenever you have time. And I'm like, sure, why not? And, you know,
Right.
I go through.
Yeah.
I did it this different way, and
Yeah.
that was that.
Yeah, we need some website, something updated or something
Yeah.
like that. So we just changed the Diana Phi headband from a gray on the gray one from a gray to a black, so it matches the black pads that we
Right.
changed earlier in the year. So it's about time, I guess. But
Yeah.
so we need all new photography for every Diana Phi, not Diana Phi, sorry, Diana. Yeah, Diana
Phi.
Phi.
Yeah,
gray.
Diana Phi.
Yeah, so we need photography.
The only one that's
photography.
not sitting on the pedestals today.
Yeah, so we need to update the website
one over
photography. So
there.
that's hours and hours and hours to get all that shots, and then I get the photography, the actually photos, and then I gotta dumb it down to the website in terms of sizing it and so on, and putting it in the right places and looking at where I put all these photos so I can make sure I got every one updated. Then I gotta
You miss one. It's like, oh,
yeah, right.
Forgot
And
about this
And then
one.
all those photos have to be sent to our dealers because they still are using the old photos and distributors. So
Yep.
then I got to keep an eye on their websites to make sure they actually follow through with it. So
Yeah.
it never ends when we make changes. It's not easy because the whole world has to change around you.
That's another way I would put it. It seems like the only expectation that you guys have of each other in the workspace is that everyone individually has the competency to get your own tasks done.
right.
And that's
Sure.
basically it. It's like that's just the expectation.
We just get it done. We
and
know-
outside
we
of that, it's
know.
like do it how you need to do it.
Yeah, that's true. I mean,
Yeah, forcing someone to do it a way that you do it never works out.
Yeah.
right.
It's just that's
Yeah.
not how they want to do
No.
it. So you're
No,
not
as long-
comfortable with it.
Yeah, as long as it gets done, who cares how you go about it? As long
Right.
as it gets done properly.
Mhm.
So anyway, yeah, I think that's how we have our fun. That's how we break the week up around here. There's no monotony, and it's a cool place.
Yeah.
I suppose this is the type of place that where people always wanted to go work for like Google or Apple or stuff where there's a lot of creativity going on,
Yeah.
and so they try to foster that.
Yeah.
It's a very different scale, but yeah, pretty much the same type of deal.
We're
It
not
really
creating
is.
it so much here as we are trying to accomplish something.
Yeah.
If you think of that kind of atmosphere where you just kind of have a lot of like freedom within the workspace to move
Yeah.
around and
Right.
stuff like that, it very much is like that sort of idea.
Yeah. So, for a small company, I think it's the way to go. And like you said, it's not like you dread coming in every day because that
Yeah.
would suck. That would suck as much for you as it would for us, to be
Well,
honest
yeah.
with you.
that's why we do it the way we do.
Yeah,
'cause
I
we
mean, we
don't-
don't, we don't want to have people unhappy. That's crazy. If you
Typically doesn't produce good work.
no, and if you're at that point, you should be looking for a different job.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a clear sign that you're in the wrong field or you're in the wrong place. Actually, a lot of our vendors and stuff I've talked to, I've talked to a number of people that are like that, where they're just always crabby on the phone.
Yeah.
And I finally tell them, it's like, why are you working there?
Yeah.
You realize there's other jobs out there. Next thing you know, they're gone in a month or so, which is like, oh shit. But
Yeah.
the reality is, for some reason, it's like, people don't seem to think that they're stuck where they are and they can't move type thing. And it's really, the world isn't like that. It's, there's jobs everywhere. There really are.
Especially now.
Yeah.
Great
So,
market.
Yeah. But us here as a group, I mean, we enjoy what we do, and so where the hell would you go?
Right.
Where would you have more fun than here?
Right. I moved 750 miles and no regrets. So.
Yeah, I hear you.
Yeah.
I hear you. I mean, it's a cool place to be, So not to mention, we got some baller headphones here.
Yeah. Oh, I get to play with so many toys.
Yeah.
Oh my
we keep
gosh.
Getting toys and more toys.
Yep.
Yeah, you get these lower cost flea amps and stuff like
Yep.
that. in here.
I'll get like
See if
cheap
they can
amps and
do it.
stuff in, but it's like what better to like test like the cheap amps and stuff on though.
Yeah, right.
Really like, all right, can you do this?
Yeah.
Put a lot of pressure on this little
Yeah,
amp.
tell me about it.
It's a good time though. Like
It's an instant assessment.
yeah.
Yeah, but no, I hear you. We like seeing the toys you get too for on your own channel.
There's
so,
all kinds of weird stuff that comes through.
yeah.
Some things that come through, it's just like, why does this exist? And
What
some
were you
things, it's like,
thinking?
that's kind of neat. Yeah.
Some of the
Yeah.
headphones I saw you get from these one-offs are like
Mm-hmm.
they barely made it out the box without falling apart. I'm like, what
Yep.
the you even thinking? I remember the one pair you got into one channel was like 10 dB down from the other
Yep.
channel.
Yeah.
It's like, just send it back. Don't even bother with it. It's like, can I
Wait, you
throw
still
this in
have
there?
that one? Whatever happened with that?
I don't even remember actually.
Yeah.
The people, sometimes you just got to tell
Yeah.
people
They
though.
probably didn't want it back.
Yeah, right,
What are we
yeah.
going to do with it? It's
Better to
broken.
tell people than have some poor
Yeah.
sucker buy it and then be
Yeah.
like, oh gosh,
Oh,
why did
yeah.
I do this?
Maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But me going through the process of, trying a bajillion different things and finding everything that sucks, is what led me up the ladder and eventually introduced me to you guys and,
Sure.
now here
Yeah,
I am.
experience.
Yeah.
You had a lot of experience in listening. And we all do here, really.
Yeah.
The majority of us. Keith plays guitar. You play guitar. You've been to me with shows forever.
Yeah.
Shit, probably 15 years now. You've
Well,
been
not
here.
that long.
No?
No.
12 and a half? But, so, yeah, I mean, we all have extensive experience with listening to all kinds of things, and we enjoy that. Speaking of that, I got to get a hold of Paul and get myself a phono stage.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
I still don't have anything to play.
We got nothing?
I have an older piece that the speaker shop lent me.
Oh,
while
right, yeah.
Was kind of laying there. I think PS Audio's old phono stage, and they just had it sitting there on the shelf, just chilling. Somebody probably traded it in, so they said, "Oh, you can use this. We're not using it." But yeah, I got to call and get a new toy. And I'm still curious about a tube phono stage, even though everyone's telling me they're noisy and you're really going to be pinned to the type of tubes you use and blah blah blah. But anyway, that's off topic.
Yeah.
Stuff like that's fun. You get the chance to experiment around with it.
Yeah.
That's another thing. Nice being able to have the connections in the industry to be able to like try new things and stuff like that.
Yeah.
People send you guys stuff all the time.
Yeah. In fact, DCS is supposed to be sending us the Bartok to play with.
Right.
Yeah.
That'll be nice.
Yeah,
we'll
looking
talk
forward to
about
that.
that once we all get a chance to play with it.
Right.
The three of us, I think, have already used it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I don't know if you tried it at Can Jam in New York or not.
I believe so.
Yeah. If you don't remember, then you need to rehash that.
That's the
Big
giant
one.
box
Bigger
one.
deck.
Yeah.
You can get it with the Hapstar
Mhm.
headphones. So that's coming. We get to play with that for a while, and they said keep it as long as you need it, which is great because we probably will. So, and if it was a good sounding piece, it's a good sounding piece.
Yeah.
So it's things like that are a lot of fun, and of course we'll convey that to everybody on a video.
Yeah,
We'll
that's
talk
right.
about it. And not only that, when we deal with the emails and customers that ask us these things, we know exactly what to point to as to what's good and what's not. So
Yeah.
all these things it's not only fun for us, but it's cool to know how this stuff works with our stuff, so we know exactly
Mhm.
what is and isn't recommended,
That's
and-
nice too.
and
'Cause
why.
we can make videos about literally whatever we want. Like sometimes we'll sit down and talk about amps. Sometimes we'll talk about, you guys were talking about Tesla stuff a little while ago
Yeah.
at the kind of our off-topic Wednesday thing.
Yep.
Oh, you
And
too?
we do our little one-offs. We had him running around in a lab coat. We did that one last week where I had the person in here with the cello and all that.
Oh, yeah?
Did the coffee video once, and
Yeah, Sam.
yeah, just kind of do, I don't know, just
there's no
fun.
there's no schedule.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
just we'll do
Sam, that came out good. That cello video we did.
Yeah, that was fun.
A week or so ago.
There's a lot of
Yeah.
people were like, "Oh, we're gonna do more of these. We're gonna do
Yeah,
more of these.
really.
Maybe we should do more of those eventually."
It's a
It'd be fun.
project.
Yeah.
I mean, that was a full day for you to do that.
It did take an entire
Full
day.
You know, that's not even probably including the editing. That was just
Yeah.
putting it
Editing
down
took a while.
digitally, yeah,
Mhm.
and going back and editing it and then mastering, you know,
Mhm.
and getting the music the way you wanted it through the 4
Yeah.
channels you recorded.
We couldn't do it every week, but every
Yeah.
now and
Yeah.
then throwing in something like that, that'd be fun.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
You need
Yeah, I
a,
thought it was
piano
cool.
in here somewhere in this room.
I should have bought that.
Here we go.
Next time I see a player piano, I'm buying it. Don't
We'd-
stop
like,
me.
we'd have to
I'll
put
get
it
a
right in
truck.
the
We're gonna
middle.
go get it. Yeah.
If we don't put piano in here, somebody's gonna have to breathe down my neck to make sure I'm not playing it all the time.
Oh, jeez, that's even worse. Put it in the front.
Yeah, there you go.
Move the couch in the front over, put it over in the corner somewhere. Get it out this room.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Well, anyway, yeah, I think we've probably blabbered enough today
Yeah.
on the topic of what's it like to work here.
Yeah, I don't know if that really covered it, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think people get
gives you a
general
vague
idea.
impression.
Yeah. I guess it's hard to say for us because we work
Yeah.
here.
Yeah. Used to it.
Yeah, he's the best at it because he just got here a little
Right.
while.
Ask me in a year.
Yeah, really.
We'll follow up on this in like a year or something.
I don't think much is going to change.
Yeah.
Probably not.
No, yeah, it'll be the same thing, different day.
Yep.
But or a different thing, different day. I don't know. Depends on what day. But anyway, man. By the way, it's nice to have you.
Yeah. It's fun
Hope
being
to
on
have
this
you
side
here
of the camera
year-
for once.
Hope to have you here for years to come, like everyone else that works here. You know, everyone.
Hell yeah.
Everyone that works here loves it. And we still have to fill orders and run a business.
Yeah.
Right.
So you know.
Speaking of which.
Yeah, right. Yeah, we got to get back to work. Yeah. Anyway, it was nice talking to everyone about chatting with you guys about the biz, about how it is to work here,
Right.
what it's like.
Yep.
And thanks for watching, everyone. Take care of yourselves.